There's nothing better than a nice hot shower to unwind. That reminds me, I should go post on the paranormal forums about the skunk ape case. Maybe I'll get some more work when people read about what I did. Or maybe that's another job calling now. Hello, you've reached Ben Jordan, paranormal investigator. How can I help you? Your husband's gone missing? Well, I'd love to help, but I'm a paranormal investigator. I don't really handle missing persons cases. Oh, I see. Lost Galleon of the Salton Sea, you say? And he's been missing for 2 weeks? Okay, I'll take the case. What's your name and where you're located exactly? Great. I'm on my way to Dunesburg, California then. See you soon, Mrs. Roberts. I guess what they say about word-of-mouth advertising is true. It really does work. 2 cases in 1 week isn't going to get any complaints from me.
Come in!
Hello there, Mrs. Roberts. I'm Ben Jordan, paranormal investigator.
Oh, Mr. Jordan, I'm so glad you've arrived. Please excuse the mess, but I've been at my wit's end ever since George disappeared.
It's not a problem. Anyway, that's what I'm here for.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan. I appreciate you taking the time to help me.
Can we talk, Mrs. Roberts?
Yes, of course.
Tell me about your husband.
George is... well, he's very stubborn. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no way to get it out again. So when he heard about the Lost Galleon, he became obsessed with it. He drove out to look for it about 2 weeks ago, and he never came back. I'm worried he might have died out there, and I feel terrible that I couldn't talk him out of it.
Not to sound insensitive, but did you call the police?
Of course! After a few days of not hearing from him, I called the police and filed a missing person report, but they've had no luck finding him. Here, you can have a copy of it if it helps any. The Salton Sea is a big place, Mr. Jordan, and he never told me where exactly he was headed. If only I could figure out where he went, it would make finding him much easier. I called you as a last resort, to be honest. I figured since you deal with the paranormal and that Galleon is an old legend, you might have better luck turning something up.
I'll do my best, Mrs. Roberts.
Thank you.
What do you know about the Lost Galleon?
Not very much, only what the old prospector told George. I guess he would be the one to ask.
Old prospector?
That's just what everyone around here calls him. He's a strange old man who hangs around town, usually at the Drunken Scorpion. He's the one who told George about the Galleon.
I guess I'll have to put him at the top of my interview list then. Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm a housewife. My husband and I have been married for 5 years now. We don't have any children yet, but we... I'm sorry, Mr. Jordan. I'm getting a bit emotional thinking about George.
It's fine, Mrs. Roberts. We don't have to talk about it anymore. What can you tell me about Dunesburg?
There isn't much to tell, really. We're a small desert community. The town itself hasn't got any more than 500 people. But if you like the small town atmosphere and don't mind the desert heat, it's not such a bad place.
That's all for now, Mrs. Roberts.
Okay.
Mrs. Roberts, would you mind if I took this bowl for a while?
If it helps you find George, you can take whatever you need.
Well, I'm gonna get going.
Okay, come by if you need anything else.
Will do.
Welcome, welcome. I was wondering when you were going to arrive.
Sorry, have we met? I don't think I know you.
Not directly, but you met and helped my brother Ernie. He told me what you did in Florida, and I was the one who recommended your services to the Roberts woman.
Oh yeah, I remember he mentioned you. Thanks for the free advertising, Mr.
I am Alan, the medicine man. Take a look around and let me know if there's anything you need help with.
Hey, think I could borrow the stethoscope for a while?
Sure, knock yourself out. Or just listen to your heartbeat.
I'd like to buy this mortar and pestle.
Excellent. Bring it over here. Alrighty, with sales tax, that comes out to $6.48.
There you go.
Thanks for your business. Happy grinding.
Thanks again for the recommendation. Word of mouth is pretty important in this career.
Think nothing of it. I'm happy to help.
I have a few questions for you.
Go on then. Ask them.
Exactly what does a medicine man do?
Well now, that's easy. I heal the sick. But I don't use any of the standard techniques of conventional Western medicine. Instead, I rely on natural remedies and spirituality.
No offense, but aren't most of you shaman types Native Americans?
Indeed. I studied with the Hopi in Arizona. It took a lot of convincing to earn their